How's it going, everybody, and welcome back. This is Wake Run Collapse, and in 2018, my channel will be coming to an end. I do not have a script for this video. I just hit the record button. I knew I needed to make this video, and we're gonna kind of just navigate it together. I have a few points that I do want to make. Of course, there are some specific things that I want to talk about, but I haven't sat down and said, I'm going to say this, and then this, and then this, so it may meander a little bit. It may go on for a little while, but I'm telling you, it's important. So, obviously, you guys who consistently do watch the channel, and there are, there's still plenty of you who do that. You have noticed probably in the last few months that it's been very difficult for me to hold down a regular set schedule. There are a lot of reasons for that. My work has been very demanding, which obviously has to take precedence because it's how I pay my bills. It's how I do everything. All this stuff that I do here is a side thing. I do make a little bit of money off of it, obviously from selling cards or from ad revenue, but it is not nearly on the scale of my traditional work. So that plays a big role. I've found it more difficult in my personal life to fit this in because I have other obligations and other things that I want to do, as well as things that I have to do in my personal, my family life, that, of course, again, has to take precedence over being able to upload content. And on top of that, when I do have the time to make videos like this, I find myself gravitating away from this aspect of Pokemon and instead playing Pokemon Go. My girlfriend and I play that, a decent amount, and I find that it's a good middle ground where I can still experience the genre while also doing something that she will enjoy that kind of fits for both of us. It lets me cool down a little bit, lets me relax and do something that I enjoy. And I do enjoy the game, and I find myself enjoying it more and more, and therefore it has taken up a larger percentage of that side time that I have for myself. So as a result, I found myself making fewer and fewer videos. With the Card of the Day series on Instagram that I've been doing for a couple of weeks, it's been a good way to keep myself involved in the TCG, but today is Saturday, and I'm going to be getting my shipment of Sun and Moon 5 on Tuesday, and I don't know anything about it. I've seen some scans. I know that there's a Full Art Cynthia. I know that Leafeon and Glaceon got GXs and Full Arts, but I haven't watched a single opening. I don't know much about the set at all. I really don't. It's a little bit to do with time constraints and a little bit to do with how I've chosen to spend my time. But all of that pales in comparison to the needs that I have going forward. And what has already happened in the past is not reflective of the decision that I'm making as far as where the channel is going. And like I said, in all likelihood, this channel will be ending sometime next year. I have been uploading to YouTube since October of 2012. October of 2012. The first new set that I opened on the channel was Black and White 7. That's Plasma Gale or Plasma Storm for you English collectors that just happen to dabble in the Japanese art or happen to just come across this video. So I've been doing this for 5+ years. You've seen minor upgrades, but I don't put music on my videos. I don't edit. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. It's just I hit record and things start happening. But going forward, there's a lot of things that have changed for me that are going to make it difficult to continue to collect and certainly continue to upload. The increased amount of sets that have come out and the monetary aspect of it, making it far more difficult to collect cheaply, plays a big role in this. We're getting twice as many releases now as we were before, and these sets are a lot more difficult to complete. I have been able to sell on the side, but not as well as I have in the past. And some sets simply don't move cards. I mean, Shining Legends, those Shining cards moved really well, and I've probably got 30 of every GX left over. So what I'm hoping to do in that regard is move some of my sales to eBay. For a lot of the things that you guys see sale videos for now, if you see something that you want, I would jump on it. Because it is unlikely that if I have a sale video for, let's say, level X cards in the future, and they don't sell very well, I will probably make a massive lot and try to sell it on eBay just to get rid of them. I can't even begin to tell you how many cards I have that are just sitting here not being sold, taking up space. And I mean, so much. A lot of you guys, I know the bulk market for for English collectors has changed a lot, but we don't really have that in Japanese, and there's not a high demand to get bulk commons and uncommons for sets. People just generally don't ask for them, and I tend to only have them for X and Y or Sun and Moon series sets, whereas a lot of people are looking for the older cards, which again, I don't really have. So I have boxes upon cases upon piles, stacks, basically walls of cards. They're taking up half of this room, believe it or not, and that's not a good thing. So I need to be able to move the cards more consistently. I need to make it financially viable. That is very important. If selling them on eBay doesn't work out, like I have a bunch of Tapu Leles that I can definitely sell for cheaper than people are selling on eBay right now, but if I can't sell them there, in addition to not being able to sell them through the channel, then I'm basically sitting on stuff that has value but can't sell, so therefore it doesn't really have value, so it really impacts the amount that I am able to purchase. Because just because I'm doing well financially in my regular life doesn't mean that this particular venture continues to be financially viable. That's what makes sense. You wouldn't bling out a $500 car that's going to die in 6 months with $4,000 worth of upgrades. That doesn't make any sense. Even if you could do it, it's illogical to spend the money somewhere that it's not going to give you its value. So that's a big part of it. Another big part of it is I'm finding myself not as interested in the aspects of collecting that I found to be interesting in the past. These chase cards and finding 3 to 5 cards that were like really special, the full arts and the shinies from Black and White series. That is so far beyond the the place that we are in now. I struggle to comprehend how it was before. When we had Plasma Gale, that had Charizard and a Blastoise and another ultra rare, like a random receiver or something like that, and that plus the regular full arts, and we felt that was like a big set. Wow, there's so much big stuff to collect in there. This could take a couple $100s to complete as a completed set. And now I'm buying $800 cases and it's absolutely not completing the set. and it's just they're putting rainbow colors on a full art that they already made, and then it's just it's hard to get as excited when there's so much to be excited for. Those individual cards lose a little bit of that value. When you had that one Charizard, it was amazing, and it is amazing to still hunt for a Tapu Lele or hunt for a Sylveon or whatever else is like hunt for like an Acerola. But there's so many other cards that meet that rarity criteria, that meet that chase card criteria, that it really lessens the impact of those other cards. It dilutes the sets that you are collecting, and it dilutes the sets that I'm putting out there on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. It's kind of hard to think of another scenario where this has happened, but I'm sure it happens in other TCGs. They see that they can make money off of their market, so they release more sets, or they release sets that have additional cards in them that will keep people collecting, that will keep people buying packs. And it's experienced in the English sets as well as the Japanese sets, and I don't know how much longer I can be genuinely excited for a set when it seems like they're doing the same stuff over and over and over again. Even with Prism cards coming out and things like that, it's so much of a challenge and so crucial that in your purchase you get back what you put into it, that it kind of loses sight of why it's cool to collect cards in the first place, which really stinks. There are other aspects as well. Like, I want to be able to do things that aren't this, and I feel like if I'm doing this, I'm losing out on being able to do other stuff. I don't sit down and watch a movie anymore. I don't sit down and I don't relax the same way that I used to, and that's going to be a problem if I'm making daily videos, if I'm constantly pushing content, if I'm constantly trying to be up on the new TCG releases that are coming out. It shouldn't be that way. I want it to be fun. If it's not fun for me, why am I doing it? And I think it's kind of veering off into that path where it's more of an obligation than something that I enjoy. And it's snowing outside right now. and I kind of like that. Anyways, there are other aspects as well, for sure. The marketplace on YouTube has become so crowded these days, with people just pushing content. Everybody wants to be a content creator. Anybody can anybody can take out their phone and just start recording content and put it up on YouTube and push for 20 subscribers and try to outdo other people. And they see, content creators that are bigger than me. They see what they are doing and they want to do it for themselves, because everybody kind of has the means to do that in some form or another these days. The entry cost is far less. You can go to your store and you can buy a couple of packs a week, and that can be your YouTube channel. You can make that happen. That is a possibility. That is viable for you. And as long as you enjoy it and you don't end up in a money pit because of it, you can do that. And I think there's been so much surrounding this explosion of YouTube and the celebrity and the status of people who break 100,000 subscribers, 250,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, that everybody sees that and they want to do it in their own way. And unfortunately, that leads to one of the reasons why I would rather not leave YouTube, because I've been doing this my own way. I don't follow the norm. I don't, do these bombastic things. I don't do big video editing. I don't follow a lot of the collaborations or a lot of the other things that are happening in the community. I just march to the beat of my own drum. I don't collect English cards at all. It's all Japanese. And that's because that's what I enjoy. It's not what people want me to do. A lot of people have come across over the years and said, why don't you collect English cards? Open a box of Steam Siege. Open a box of this. When are you going to start collecting English cards too? X and Y and Z and all these other people collect English cards. You'd get more subscribers if you did that. But that's not what the channel has ever been about. It's never been about that. I've always wanted to just do what I enjoy. And the thing that I enjoy is collecting Japanese cards to the fullest, which it doesn't seem like many people are doing these days. And the reason it makes me apprehensive about that is because I'm concerned that when I leave, that the art of just collecting Japanese is going to die out a little bit. And it makes me sad to think about. I mean, I'm not pulling thousands of views every day. If I were, then it would be different. There would be other people out there on that big-time Japanese grind. And I know there are a lot of collectors nowadays that collect exclusively Japanese, but with the amount of time that I've been doing it for and for all the sets that I've been doing it for, it's a little concerning that the art is going to be lost a little bit. And I really hope that there are other people that are going to be out there to carry the torch. Now, and this is not something that's going to happen in January or February. This is probably something that's 6 months out when this channel stops. Sun and Moon 5 is, like I said, already ordered. I'm probably going to be doing Sun and Moon 5 plus Sun and Moon 6 and maybe some more stuff going forward as well, because there are a few things that I want to do with the channel. The main goal is I want to, without a doubt, I want to have a master Japanese set. At one point in time, I want it to be mastered. I want to be able to post that it is done. I want a completed set. And in future videos, I will be asking you guys for help in finding those last few cards that I need that have been so difficult to track down. There are a few newer cards that I need to purchase, but it's simply a matter of finding the right price for them or purchasing them. I'm in no rush if I'm missing those other cards, because they've been out for 10 or 12 years. But I really, really, really want to get that master set before I tip my cap and fade off into, non-existence on the internet. And there's other things I want to do too. I have tons and tons of boxes and tons of packs that I want to open on the channel. I want to hit episode number 100 on the booster pack frenzy. I'm at 84. 84 was yesterday, so I really want to hit 84 and get 16 more episodes out. I have a plan for how I want to do them, but I don't want to leave until I've uploaded those 16 episodes. And I don't want to leave until I've done all these boxes opened and these packs opened and things like that. And I don't want to leave until I've shown more of my collection. until I've sold more of my collection and shared it with you guys. And I think I'm probably always going to keep my like master set, even if I, leave YouTube, so to speak, and still collect a case of each set and try to finish them, and that's all I upload, and I don't do anything else. I still want to be able to save the sets that I've collected already. Those are sacred to me. I always want to have those. But everything else I'm going to want to unload, and that's going to take some time. It'll take some time on the channel. It'll take some time on eBay. It'll take some time finding people who are going to want them. So all that is very important to be able to get done, plus a lot of other stuff. And the thing that I've been thinking about doing sometime next year is one last hurrah. For those of you who were around a long time ago, I had a farewell party in like August of 2013. I had like 800 subscribers, and this whole thing was new and everything. And in the month of August, I opened a booster box from the Black and White series for every day of the month. And it was a total blast. I learned from the cat's Meowth and her giant opening, and I did something along those lines. And I want to do something even bigger in 2018, a proper send-off. And I know I've got tons. I've definitely got over 1,000 packs in storage, plus some other boxes that I can pick up and do. But what I want to hear from you guys going forward, and in the comment section of this video, is on the borrowed time that we still have, what do you want to do with it? What's important to you? What do you want to see? What is the content that you want to consume while I'm still here to make that content? And as a way of encouraging that a little bit, now that we're almost 17 minutes into the video, I'm going to sweeten the deal a little bit. And this is what I've always done. Whenever I wanted to give something away, I did it in a really sneaky fashion. So what we're going to do today is give away a Nintendo 3DS XL. It's a few years old, but I assure you it still works. I'll actually hit the power button and show you. I hit the power button? Yep. Look at that go. That's been sitting there for a while too. I still have the cord as well. And actually, believe it or not, obviously there's no game in here because I have another 3DS, but this is outfitted by, you probably can't see it, but it's outfitted by Katsukitty. This is meant to be a 3DS capture card device with which to upload Let's Plays to the channel a few years ago. I never ended up doing it, and I'm glad I didn't, but it was an expensive purchase. And given the amount of time that it's been sitting there, and the fact that it may not work to its original specifications, I don't feel right selling it. I don't want to put somebody else in that position. I would much rather give it away. Now, I don't know as far as the rules are concerned about being able to send an item that has a battery in it, or has like charging in it overseas or within the United States, and that's something that I'm going to want to look up and find out about before I actually mail this out to anybody. But if you are interested in getting it, leave a comment in this video and let me know what you want to see before this channel is over. And one of you is going to win this and take it down. And maybe it'll be beneficial to you. Maybe the capture card doesn't even work anymore. I have no idea. I'm not going to go hunting for wires that I probably can't even find. You'd probably have to get the wires yourself, to be honest. I don't think that I've got what I need for that still hanging around here, but I want to be able to give something back to somebody that, is going to get enjoyment out of it, because my 3DS I don't use. And that's the second one, so why would I have two of them? So I'll give one of them away. Just for fun, just for kicks. So let me know in the comment section below what you would like to see me do in videos before this channel ends. Like I said, it's not going to be soon. It's going to be next year. Almost certainly it's going to be next year. But maybe you want to see one 12-hour opening. Maybe you want a month of openings. Maybe you want, a box a day until all the boxes are gone. I might even sell a few of the boxes because I've got a few expensive boxes that are just sealed up. And maybe that could be beneficial to somebody else rather than beneficial to me. If I've already opened it, if I finish a set, what does it matter? Maybe you want to see more collection videos. Maybe you want to see completed sets once a day. Or have me push more cards of the day. Have me push more through the years. Show some BCBMs as items come in. More sale videos as items go out. What do you want to see? Let me know in a single comment in the comment section below, and I'll enter you in to win this guy, no matter where you live. As long as it's not illegal for me to send it to you. I guess that's most important. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for listening. Again, Sun and Moon 5 is going to be here Tuesday-ish, so I think I'll start uploading on Wednesday. And I have no intentions of not completing the future sets that I'm starting to collect. We are still on the grind to get that completed master set, and I hope a lot of you are going to be on this grind with me. It's been a great pleasure to serve you and to interact with you and to enjoy these cards with you, and I'm not ready to go. Not yet, but someday soon I will be. And I hope we can all have a lot of fun before that day comes. Thanks for watching.